Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Byington, and this is another video on Julian of Norwich. In this one, we're going to talk specifically about chapter 3 from her book of Showings. In chapter 3, we have the documentation, her discussing the illness or fever, infection, sepsis. You see, I tried to cover all my bases there that she suffered from, which led to this vision experience that she had. She tells us this is also where she tells us her age, that she was 30 years old and a half. And then we get a description of the length of time that this was going on, and then also a description of her physical body or her experience or her sensory experience of her body dying. So it says she was sick for 3 days, given her final rites on the fourth, because they really thought like she's gone, she's dead. She tells us that for the first 2 nights, she just laid in bed, really, really sick, unable to get out of bed. But it's really by that third one where she says she has these sort of like moments of she's lapsing out of reality, kind of in and out of consciousness. And then that's when we have the first description of her physical body dying. She first tells us that she can't feel her body from the mids down, so from about the waist down. She has no more sensations of her body. There's numbness. She cannot move her legs. And someone comes to help sit her upright as someone, and in this moment, this is when they think like she's dead, she's dying, she's passing over. And it says her curate comes in and holds, so you might think of this as a rosary, an image of whatever it is. It's a crucifix. The image of your Savior is here in front of you, is what they say to Julian. And so it says she's trying to set her eyes on that image of the crucifix. Um, but then it says her eyesight fails. And then this is when she says that she can't feel anything in her body anymore. And everything all around her vision, when her eyesight failed, it says everything just went gradually, it darkened, everything went black. This is kind of like what you see in dramatizations of someone dying in a movie, right? If it's showing it from a first person perspective, or at least if they're going unconscious, just everything around the edges is dark and it all just grows, and then everything is gone. It's total darkness. So that's the experience she has. They didn't have movies in the late 14th century, so she's really depicting this as like, this is medically what happened to my body. Then, even though this has happened, she says like there's still this sort of I'm not going to call it a type of consciousness, because I think that this is like a lack of consciousness, but I'm going to call it a sort of insight, because she's still having this sort of internal dialogue with herself of like under or internal understanding of something she's experiencing. And this is the beginning of the spiritual visions that she has, these mystical visions. It says that she suddenly has this, it comes to her mind, is the way that she puts it. So it's not necessarily words being spoken, or even necessarily the sight of something like the crucifix that was being held in front of her when she was being set up, right? Before her vision before everything went dark. It's just an insight, just the knowledge of something entering her mind. And for her, this is a feeling of this desire to want the contrition that she wants to suffer with Jesus Christ, that she wants to be on that parallel in a way that is something good for the world. Okay, so that's all for chapter 3. Be sure to watch the video for chapter 5 on the further experience that Julian of Norwich has. Thank you.